Are talking today about tapping point stomach meridian, which starts underneath the eye. I'm Fiona Clark, the Zenergizer, and I have been talking to you for the last few days about the reasons why we tap specific points when we're using faster EFT tapping, as it's commonly known. Most people just tap these points and haven't got a clue what they're for, but I'm giving you a little bit more of the insight into, good morning Stephen, what these points are really relevant for, because actually I like to know all those little details. Food, exactly, the stomach meridian starts here. This is another really long meridian, so just think it starts here, it squiggles around, sort of comes down the throat, down the digestive tract, splits off a little bit to the outside, goes all the way down the side sort of your legs and off the second toe. It's part of the earth meridian. Its partner is the spleen. So the spleen is the yin organ, where the stomach is the yang organ, because obviously it's not working all the time. Or we hope it's not, because it shouldn't be, should it? Unless we're constantly eating, which we shouldn't be. So the stomach meridian it provides the energy from the digestion of our food. But what I want you to also be very aware of and think about, the digestion in every aspect of our life. This is not just to do with our food. This is to do with our thoughts, on our mental level, our spiritual level. What are we taking in, our emotional level? So we know when we're stressed, who eats when they're stressed, who is sort of like, you're getting those sort of thoughts that you're getting hungry from the brain. This is what the Chinese like to say. You get hungry from the brain, and I just love that. They call this, so the stomach meridian, I'm going to go back a little bit, sea of nourishment. Like everything crap in, crap out. Exactly. So we get hungry from our brain, because our brain is telling us all these other things. And actually, we just need the food sometimes to fill that gap. Now, I have a theory, which is going off this topic slightly, that I think a lot of these problems come when we're not allowed to express ourselves, when we have these emotions. And we know the stomach is the seat of all emotions. Now, what do we do with babies? When they cry, when they scream, we shove something in their mouths, don't we? It's either a dummy or it's food. Generally speaking, we shut them up. Now, I think this is quite an interesting point, and I've thought about this for a very long time. Why do we not allow ourselves to express what we need? And of course, sometimes babies are crying because they're hungry or whatever else, but quite often they're not crying because they're hungry. They're crying because they've got some emotional need going on. Hi, Donna. So I think that's a good point to investigate even more. Why do we shove things in people's mouths to shut them up? Because I truly believe that maybe this is why we as adults and as children, as we grow later and later, it can cause, you're absolutely right, Stephen. We have to have that need of filling up to keep us comfortable inside, instead of expressing and talking about our emotions and our feelings. So the stomach meridian is a very long meridian. You think it comes from here all the way down, all the way off the second toe. So it's covering a large amount of our body. It's allowing that digestion to flow in the right direction. The physical problems that can come with us, well, let's just go with the emotional things that we've got. You could, obviously, any digestion problem that comes up with this, that might be to do with the stomach meridian. The stomach meridian, if you think about it also, it's a lot to do with intolerance. It can create, if this is out of balance, it can create depression. It can create a feeling of fear of what's going on now. It's again, let's shove food down there to shut us up, to make us feel good, to feel comfortable. So look at different aspects of your life, whether this is a physical aspect, a mental, emotional, or spiritual aspect. Where are you feeling completely and utterly nourished? Or maybe there's some aspect of your life that is not feeling nourished, not feeling that you're fulfilling your purpose in life. Maybe if you think of it as, what is it difficult to really swallow? What digestion issues are there in some way? Comfort food. Yeah, we use food as comfort. Hi there, Brenda. Nice of you to join. So this meridian really has got a lot of different things going on for it, but think of it not just as digestion, as in a physical sense, as was taking our nurturance, but where are we emotionally, spiritually, mentally nurturing ourselves? And are there some aspects of us that we're not nurturing? And so by filling ourselves up with the food, we feel that it's taken in then as emotional nurturance. We know that. We do this. I grab my green and blacks chocolate as long as it's ginger. That nurtures me. That's my thing. But other people, you know, you might be grabbing the wine, you might be grabbing other chocolates and sweets and cakes and all these different things. So this is a really important point. And so this is why we tap Stomach Meridian, because emotionally it can really help us when we're feeling that we can't sleep at night. Another topic, a big topic I'm talking about this week, when we want to absorb new ideas, when we're also feeling our immune system is low. Ginger chocolate, exactly, Stephen, it's my favourite, but it has to be green and blacks. Now, I'm going to show you a point. And this point, I love the Chinese expressions for these things. This is a really, really powerful point. And the reason, this is nothing to do with the tapping, but it's a really powerful point that you can use in yourselves. And actually, I've used this on people who've got knee problems and had knee problems and knee operations. And the recovery was incredible. So I'm going to show you, but I have to get my leg over here. Now, can you see? On the outside of your knee, you know where that bump is, just on the outside, I don't know what that bone is called. But if you put 3 fingers down on the outer part of your leg, this point here is called stomach 36. And they call this the three leg mile point. Because if you're feeling really tired and you're walking or you're doing something else, you can work this point and it'll make you walk another 3 miles. Love it, don't you? So this point, and you will know when you've got it because it will probably be bloomin' sore, okay? Now this is a fantastically powerful acupressure point that you can use for boosting your immune system, boosting any of these things that we've said, whether you're feeling depressed, whether you are feeling that your immune system is just low and your energy is just low. This stomach 36 is a really, really good point, and do it on both sides. Now, in a physical sense, as I said to you, I've worked with people who've had knee problems when I was doing a lot of reflexology. And I remember working with someone specifically, and she'd had 3 operations on this one knee. With the reflexology and with her working on this point, her recovery was just unbelievable. She said she could not believe the difference from the previous operations that she'd had on this knee to the healing that she had when she started to work this acupressure point. Because you can actually tap this as well. So sometimes it might be easier for you to tap it, because massaging it can actually be quite hard work. But that is a very, very powerful point, and it is something that actually boosts the entire stomach meridian. So that's going to aid your digestion. It's going to help with your insomnia. It's going to help with your mentally if you're feeling depressed. If you are feeling that you're eating because you feel that somewhere inside you is not being nourished by emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, in another aspect of your life. So have a look at this. Try stomach 36. If you can't massage it very easily, because it's quite a tight point to get into, just tap it. Tap both sides on both legs and see how you go. So that is it for you today about stomach meridian. Tomorrow we will be talking about kidney meridian. And I love this one. I love them all, but some of them I love even more. And I really love this one. So this is kidney meridian, and we're going to be talking about this one tomorrow. So come back and join me. If you've got any questions or any comments, or if you're using these points and you're feeling, you know, you've got more energy, especially if you start using this stomach 36, this is really going to boost your immune system up. It's going to help with those digestive issues. If you've got digestive problems, and I know loads of people who get IBS, you know, Crohn's, whatever is going on, the stomach 36 can help with all of those things. So please let me know. Love to know your feedback. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.